Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to my first review of April. And this is the non-Marvel superhero month. Every movie I'm going to be reviewing will be a non-Marvel film, so there will not be anything for Guardians 2 until next month, which will be movies with numbers in the title, and that has volume 2, so that's going to qualify. So anyway, we're starting the reviews with the first. This is the first Superman film I've seen in a while, and this is the cut that I haven't seen ever until this year. I think this is a really amazing cut. I also like the Lester cut, so don't sue me, don't kill me. The Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. Now I saw this last week, and I was like really looking forward to it because a lot of people said that it was a better cut than the theatrical cut, and I finally saw it, and I was really well done. Do have my issues with it though, so bear with me. The Superman 2 volume, director's cut. There's a lot of changes that I did like, and there's some changes I did not like. The first change that I noticed was the beginning of the film. Not besides Zod and Ursa and Nam getting banished into the Phantom Zone. That was pretty much the same as in the theatrical cut. But the first scene you see was instead of Lois being in Paris, like in the Lester cut, she's in the Daily Planet with Clark, and she's like doing some research, and she's trying to figure out that, oh look, Clark is Superman, and she's like, oh Clark, you're really super, wink wink, and then she like puts glasses on his face in the paper, and she jumps out the window, which I thought was a little extreme, but hey, it was something different. It wasn't the same scene, and I noticed the difference. I was like, oh cool, it feels different, it feels refreshing. That's why I like the both cuts of the film, just like with Daredevil. You have two different versions of a similar film that works, because both cuts of Superman 2 have the awesome Zod played by Terrence Stamp. He's a great villain. This is the Zod that I wanted in Man of Steel, which is not laughable. He's well done. He has a great screen presence. His accent is really strong. It's like, yeah, he's British, but he has this really calm demeanor. And then when he yells, you feel it. You're like, wow. He's like, I will make him kneel before me, and I'm like, sir, you're still the best villain in this whole series. Like, I love Lex Luthor in the first film. Gene Hackman is great. Here he's kind of underused in both cuts. He's just in the Donner cut, they just add more scenes with him and with what's his face, Ned Beatty. I think it's not Lewis. What was his name? Lewis or something like that. Yeah, they break out of prison, and there's a scene with him and the girl in the balloon, Miss Tessmacher, and there's more scenes with him that were cut out from the Lester cut. And yeah, I like the cut. I think the cut is very well done. Like, the score is still that amazing kick-ass score from John Williams. I love that score to death. It's one of the best scores he's ever done for any movie, and it just made me nostalgic. Like, the opening credits, I was smiling the whole time. I'm like, this is a Superman movie all the way. Even the this on this looks really cool. That he's opening his shirt, awesome. Yeah, I know people don't like the Lester cut for some reason because it's more campy and it's got more jokey, but I like the cut because I think there's things in there that are better than the Donner cut. But the Donner cut is really well done. You could tell that Donner put everything he had into the first two films, especially the sequel, because it was kind of rushed out there since the first film was a huge hit. And the film has the budget is still really well done. I like that they added more action scenes in the fight between the Kryptonians when Superman gets his powers back and he fights Zod, Ursa, and Nam in the city. Awesome scene. It was cool in the Lester cut, and it's even cooler here. It's really well done stuff. He cares about what's going on. Christopher Reeve, I miss him, man. Every scene I saw him in this movie, I missed him dearly. I was like, man, you were super. You were the best Superman that we have ever had. Like, you went right off the comics and went right into live action, and it was like real to me. And you have that awesome freaking symbol of hope, which was missing in the recent DCU films, which I wish that was this symbol. Hopefully, we're going to get this because we got this in Supergirl, the TV show. So I'm glad they used that design. And the Donner cut, like, it's not like it's a darker version. Yeah, there's some things I did not like. I didn't like the scene at the end. uh Basically, not the scene with him and Lois talking. That was fine. Where they kiss, the movie should have ended there. Not, oh, they kiss, she doesn't forget anything, and he has to turn the world back again, just like in the first movie. Why did they have to do that again? It's redundant. It's freaking tedious. I know my friends like, but that was the original ending. I'm like, in the Lester cut, it was fine. You had him kissing Lois, she forgets, and they move on. Basically simple. It's not a retread of the first film. And also, there were some things they added that I didn't like. Like the scene with him and Marlon Brando was fine when he's giving up his powers, but I prefer it in the theatrical cut only because it's more genuine. Like he really wants to be with Lois, and it's more genuine. In this cut, it's like, oh, I'm just being selfish, and I get it. I get it. That's the way it was originally planned, but it kind of bothered me a bit. I like the scenes that they added from the lesser cut, like the scene when he's when he goes to the diner with Lois because they want to eat something, and then this asshole attacks him, and I felt that because when Christopher Reeve hits the thing and he's bleeding, and I'm like, I feel sorry for him, and the guy kicks his ass, and I'm like, I felt bad for him. That guy should have gotten arrested. But that ending still pays off. The Lester cut, love the ending in the diner when he comes back and it's like, oh, excuse me, sir, you're sitting in my seat, and then he punches him, and he's like, oh, and then he doesn't beat him up. He could have killed this guy. It's not like in the scene in Man of Steel where they do the same scene where this asshole is taunting Clark, and then he destroys his car truck. I'm like, that was a little bit extreme. Here, it's done well. He takes the guy, spins him around, and pushes him, and he gets knocked into the thing. Awesome. And it's like, oh, yeah, by the way, I've been working out. Awesome. Subtle, not over the top. Christopher Reeve, like I said, sells it. Him and Margot Kidder still have amazing chemistry in both cuts of the film. The sparks are flying off the screen. Margot Kidder was gorgeous in the first two films. Just a beautiful Canadian American actress, and she has expression on her face. The scene at the end when she punches Ursa, you're a pain in the neck, blah, and she falls. Awesome. That scene is still great. The scene where he kneels before Zod and he breaks his freaking hand. He's like, and then he just throws him. It's better than breaking his freaking neck in Man of Steel. Sorry. In both cuts, it's awesome in this movie. A good movie can have two cuts, and as long as it's a good movie, it works. As long as it's not a bad cut of the film, like the director's cut of Cyborg. That director's cut kills the first, the theatrical cut. But here, it doesn't. I like that what the things they added. Like I said, it doesn't make the movies much shorter than the theatrical cut. It's an hour and 56 minutes. Perfect. It's long, but it's not 2 hours. And the film is very well shot. I love Donner's direction. I love the score. Love it. I cannot say anything bad about the Richard Donner, the John Williams score. It is amazing. It fits in all these films, even in Superman 3. Sue me. I think that score is amazing. I love it. It's orchestra. It's an orchestra. It's real music, and it fits the tone of the film. And the Richard Donner cut just it feels like a completely different version from the Lester cut, which is not. It's not like just they added. It's not like the Star Wars special editions, which basically all they did was add a few more scenes and added new special effects, and that was it. Here, there was a completely different version that fit. I mean, I don't hate the Star Wars special editions, but those weren't that special when it came to it wasn't like it was a different director's cut. Here, it felt genuine, and the rest of the cast, Gene Hackman and freaking Terrence Stamp and the girl that plays Ursa and Mark McClure from Back to the Future. He was Jimmy Olsen. The actor to play Perry White. Just all of them are really classic. And the movie, I'm glad I finally saw it again. When the movie was over, I clapped. I'm like, that was an awesome cut of the film. It is complete. Now we have both versions of Lester's vision, and then you have Donner's vision. They both work well. I know my friend says, "Oh, the Lester cut is shit." I like the Lester cut. It's the one I grew up with. It was a fun time, and that's the version I grew up with. But this Donner cut wasn't as bad as some people said it was. I was not depressed at the end of it. I like the attitude.